From a digital pioneering to bankruptcy, Gawker is ending 13 years as an independent digital media company by selling off its 7 sites. Earlier this year, the controversial US blogging network filed for bankruptcy after it lost a privacy lawsuit that was filed by wrestler Hulk Hogan. Andre-Pierre du Plessis takes a look at what's next for Gawker.
Over the last decade, Gawker made a name for itself publishing salacious stories that no other news organization dared to touch. One of those stories was about Hulk Hogan, who then accused the website of violating his privacy for publishing excerpts of a leaked sex tape of him.
It alleges that the defendants posted excerpts of the videotape at their website, Gawker.com, for the purpose of obtaining financial profit at the expense of Mr. Hogan.
A Florida court granted Hogan $140 million in damages, driving both Gawker and its founder, Nick Denton, into bankruptcy. It was consequently revealed that the tech billionaire Peter Thiel had funded Hogan's lawsuit. Since Gawker outed the co-founder of PayPal in 2007, Thiel was reported to have been looking to finance a case that could bring the website down. Writing in the New York Times this week, Thiel said, "I am proud to have contributed financial support to this case. I will support Hulk Hogan until his final victory." Gawker said it intends to appeal, and I would gladly support someone else in the same position. But the company's founder says even with his billions, Thiel won't silence Gawker. Hoping to find a new owner that would foot its continuing legal fees and journalistic efforts, Gawker Media has now put its 8 websites up for sale, ranging from its tech site Gizmodo to its popular sports site Datespin. These sites brought in nearly $50 million in advertising and e-commerce sales last year, but it's hoping to sell all or part of the company for at least $90 million.
Our advertising, the performance of our advertising, depends itself on the fact that our readers, more than 100 million a month globally, we're a pretty sizable company now with sizable responsibilities that go with that. That audience, the reason why they'll purchase goods through our sites, the reason why they'll click on ads and appreciate us is because we will do the stories that nobody else will do.
Money raised from the sale will be put aside while Gawker appeals against the ruling in the Hogan case. If the $140 million judgment is upheld, some of the money will go to Hogan. But if it's overturned, most will be returned to Gawker's new owners, so it can continue its work as one of America's most controversial digital news sites. Andre-Pierre du Plessis, TRT World.
Earlier, I spoke to Natan Edelsburg, executive editor of digital media company The Drums Found Remote, and asked him what impact Gawker has had on US media.
Yeah, thanks for having me. The impact of Gawker on U.S. media has been tremendous. Over the last decade, they've broke endless big stories that really go beyond just the clickbait that's often associated with popular blogs in the U.S. Their stories aren't always hard news. They're often about celebrities or people of power, and people often are offended by what they do because it's sometimes very personal. One of their biggest stories, obviously, was about 2007. They wrote about Peter Thiel, the billionaire's sexuality. He wasn't very happy with it, rightfully so, because it was very private. And now 10 years later, he was behind the lawsuit that is making them bankrupt and up for auction now. So I think that, for better or for worse, even if you disagree with what they're doing, even if you think what they're doing is illegal in cases which a court found, the fact that they have journalists that are mucking around and really putting the muck back into muckraking is really an important thing to highlight, since not a lot of journalists do that anymore. It's really hard to be an impactful journalist in today's digital environment where clicks and headlines are really all that matters. And I think even if you disagree with Gawker's content, they've definitely made a good reputation for themselves as not caring about what people think, and that's one of the utmost principles of journalism.
The company has long boasted about its financial independence. Where does the sale leave it now?
I think the sale leaves that a big question mark. I think there's obviously rumors flying around about who, Nick Denton wants to take over his company and how he'll be involved. I think at the end of the day, it seems clear that whoever owns Gawker in the future is going to have a big impact on its editorial view, because its current leader has really not cared about what anyone thought and has continued to do what they've done for such a long time. So I think he's probably very concerned about who takes over ownership of them, but there's a very good chance that business will continue as usual. They have a staff, they have employees who I'm sure everyone wants to keep their jobs and continue to grow. And so I think there's a better chance than not that business will stay as usual. And just based on the fact that there are people interested in bidding on this means that people aren't scared of what will be to come for Gawker's future, because I think they know if you change what Gawker is, if you become scared or if you cower to political or financial interests, what they do won't work anymore.